Andrea Tompkins here, aka Purple Panda. On this day of the week, I'm going to upload this to YouTube, so it's just a day. How are you guys? I hope you are doing well. It is the evening. We've got food in the crock pot, so I don't have to cook. I thought that I would get on and do a live, and so I hope you guys are having a great weekend, that you're winding down. Hey Denise, that you're feeling rested and well, and that you are ready for the week. Mondays are my favorite days. I am frankly most motivated on Mondays. It's always like, new week, yes, new goals, new this, new that. I don't know why. Sometimes I get a case of the Mondays, but anyways, happy Sunday evening. I hope you guys love Mondays as much as I do. But I had something that I've been chewing on for a really long time. Hey, Misty. And it's really just been stirring in my spirit for a really long time, probably because I've been personally walking through it for a bit, feeling some hurts from it and some repercussions. So it's just constantly been there. And it's been a real growth in me, and I think it's time to share. And I thought about sharing it with just leaders, and I think it's something everyone needs to hear, and here's why. Because I think it's too late when leaders hear it. It's better that you hear it at a young age, and a lot of us are new in our Scentsy journeys, and so I'm going to try to hit it there. So here we go. Let's talk about how you can't sit with us. And the mentality of having people at your table. There's a saying that's been going around lately, very popular, that's like, I'm tired of trying to get in at the table that I'm not invited to, so I'm just going to go create my own table. And it's this really empowering statement of, hey, Rosemary, I'm feeling so much better. Thank you for asking. Recovering from a tummy bug. But it's this really empowering statement of us, hey, stop it with the door.
I'm trying to stop hairspray.
Okay, take it and go. Thank you. Put on pants while you're at it. Sorry. It's this really empowering saying of, I'm going to stop trying to fit in where I don't belong, and I'm going to go make my own table and include others. And it's great. And, Mean Girls, that whole saying, you can't sit with us, it kind of comes from that. It's just this empowerment of I'm stop trying to fit in at their table, I'm going to go make my own table. Well, I have a concept here that's going to blow our mind, and hear me out for it. But it's let's all just trash our tables, okay? And here's why. The concept of sitting at a table with people who empower you and encourage you is great. We talk about you are the sum of your top 5, and that's awesome. But here's the problem. When you have your top 5 and they're incredible leaders, or if you don't have your top 5 and you go, okay, who do I want to be the sum of? Oh, this leader, or this person, or this great person, I want them to be my top 5. I don't want this sleazeball and this bad person, or this person who's always been negative. I'm going to take these people out of my top 5, and I'm going to surround myself with great people. It's an awesome thing to help grow you and encourage you and spur you on, but what happens is we get at our tables with our top 5, and we do this. And we close off, and no one is allowed at our table. And then we sit in a circle at our table of our awesome top 5, and we pat each other on the back in a circle. And so then what happens is you're just in this closed circle. Just picture people back to back to back, with you and your top 5 in your circle, just going, great job, you're doing great job. And it's just this, that's it. That's as far as it goes. And every now and then, if someone's brave enough to say, can I sit with you? You might turn and break from your circle and go, oh, sorry, you can't sit with us. This is my top 5. This is who are to me. And then you close it back off. Or you might go, okay, here's some energy and some essence from my top 5, but you're still not allowed in because this is my top 5, because this is my table and you can't sit with us. And hear me out here. There is a right heart behind it, because again, you want to have a top 5 who pours into you and who grows you. I'm not knocking the top 5. It is necessary. I have a top number of people. I don't think I'm at 5 yet, but it's people who who I have let in, who grow me and encourage me. Hey, Sarah, and they see my ugly, and they're allowed in because they don't let me stay ugly, all right? But we don't have a table. We are not closed off. I guarantee you that my top 5 don't even know who anyone else in my top 5 is. It's like, I've got this person, and I've got this person, and I've got that person, and they're all part of different groups. And we never get together and sit in a circle and pat each other on the back and do like this is my top 5 deal. Because that's how cliques are formed. And side note, I've never experienced this in the Scentsy world. So please don't think that like this is geared towards Scentsy. Like, I've never experienced cliques in Scentsy. And when I even sit here and think about my top 5, like one person is from Scentsy that's in my top 5, and another's from church, and another's my husband or whatever. So don't get it out of your head right now that this is geared towards Scentsy, because it's not. But back to top 5. I am feeling better. Thank you, Kara. Back to top 5. Instead of tables and having your top 5 and sitting in a circle and patting yourself on the back and each other on the back and saying great job, because guys, I was here 4 months ago until I got kicked out of the top 5 for not acting great. Instead of having this top 5 circle that we get in and it becomes a pat yourself on the back, you need to have top 5 huddles. We need to get up, we need to flip our tables over, and we need to stand and we need to huddle. And if you look at it like a team, like a football team, they go and they do their thing and they play their game, and each player has their own version of doing it. So if we're talking about Scentsy leaders here, like this leader leads this way, and this leader leads this way, and this leader leads this way, and they go and they do their thing and they play their game, and then they come back and they huddle and they go, oh, you did great there, but I saw that you need to do this, and you were great there, and here's where you did wrong. And because if you think about football players, that's what they do. They come back together and they're like, oh, this was wrong, this was wrong, this was right, great job, you're doing good there, that stays the same, and then they break and they go. So your top 5, we need to flip tables, guys. We need to get out of the mindset that you can't sit with us because you're not in my top 5. You come to your top 5 and you huddle. You message each other on Facebook. You go to coffee, one-on-one, all 5 together, whatever you want to do, and you come together and you go, here's what I'm doing right. Here's what I'm doing wrong. Here's where I can improve. Here's what you're doing great. Here's what I can learn from you. Here's where I can lean on you. Here's where you can do this. And then you break and you go out and you play your Scentsy game and you pour into others. And you know what? Maybe you show up at someone else's huddle and you go in and you give what you have to give to their huddle. And then you break and you go somewhere else. But this concept of sitting in your top 5 at a table, just staying in your top 5, because these are the people that I want to be most like, and you're the sum of your top 5, and this is not healthy. It's not healthy for you, it's not healthy for your top 5, and it's not healthy for anyone else. And I'm saying your top 5 is great, but instead of sitting at a table, get up and huddle instead. Okay? Huddle, learn, discuss, talk, and then break and go out and teach others. As I said before, my top 5 isn't even the same clique. Some of them are my Make Sense admins. Some are from church. I've never gotten together with all 5 of them. And if you came in and asked me something, you wouldn't go, oh, she's sitting with her top 5. I can't disturb her. Had you walked in on me 4 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, it would have been a different story. I would have been like, I'm sitting with the best of the best, and good job, and thank you for the good job, and you can't sit with us. Because inherently, we tend to want to be around all the best people so that we can learn, but that we can look good. And let's just be honest, even in the Scentsy world, like a lot of you are like, oh my God, she's from Openda, I could never sit with her. While I'm going, oh my God, it's Christina Stainbrook, I could never sit with her. Or it's a Nick Druva, or it's whoever. Like, we all do those things, and it's not anyone's fault. It's just inherently in us of like, oh, they've got their clique, I'm not going to disturb. And oh, they've got their clique, I'm not going to disturb. And so it's this mentality that we're all just perpetuating and we need to break out of. Like, no cliques, And side note, I'm not saying those people are cliquey. Let's just get that right too. They're just people that I look up to in the Scentsy world. But we need to get out of this mindset of like a table. Like, I'm going to stop trying to sit at the table and I'm going to make my own table. No, don't make a table either, because then it's just another table that someone else is not invited to. Like, I don't ever want to be known as Andrea Tompkins, Purple Panda. Her top 5 is A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. I'm gonna count that out. Like, no, I hope to Jesus that you never know who my top 5 is, because I don't want to be so exclusive that it's only this many people and I'm not including everyone, because forever in my life, you can sit with me. Now, there will be moments where I will be unavailable because I'm in a huddle, because maybe I need to lick my wounds or play back the scenario that I did wrong and figure out in my playbook what went where. And in those moments or seasons, I may be closed off because I'm in a huddle, you know, trying to learn and figure out, and I need that. But we all need that. We all need that season of pulling in. Hold on, I'm in a huddle, I'm in a huddle, I'm in a huddle, I'm learning. Okay, break, and you go. So don't get me wrong here. Like, you're allowed to have your top 5, you're allowed your huddles, but I hope and pray that I'm never the person that seems closed off and that you aren't welcome here, because you can always sit with me. There's always something that you can learn from me, and there's always something that I can learn from you. I am never at a place where I can stop learning. And so I really hope that you guys grasp this concept of you can sit with us, and that as you grow in your Scentsy business, that you're not trying to grow to achieve a certain level or title so that you're welcome at the table. And don't get it in the mindset either that, well, I'll just go make my own table. Like, nope, we flip the tables, we have huddles. And you know what? If there happens to be a day when you have a conversation with a huge leader in Scentsy, consider it a little huddle. Like, oh, I just had this huddle and that's so great. Break, and now I'm gonna go off and share what I learned with these people in their little huddle. And break, and I'm gonna go work and incorporate it, and then go back to a huddle with my top 5 and reevaluate and see. But like, stop saying the table quote. Let someone come up with a creative huddle quote, because it should be that everyone can sit with us. And I'm not saying give yourself to everyone, like do your huddles get poured into, but stop sitting in a circle of 5 people where you pat yourself on the back and say, hey, awesome, great job, and you're not giving out further than that. And again, this is coming from a place where I was guilty of it. And when I was kicked out of the circle and wasn't allowed in, it was eye-opening to go, oh my gosh, what I was doing was not beneficial to anyone except the people in the 5 circle. And I was one of those. And so just hear it now before you grow and go and get any bigger, and try to look at the top 5 differently and think of it as a huddle, and ditch your table, and let's ditch everyone trying to sit at the best table with the best people, and let's just have huddles, and let's group together here and then break and group together there. I hope you guys understand this. I hope it touched your heart and changed your mindset, because it was mind-blowing for me. And that's all. No more huddles, no more tables. You can sit with us. And I'm always available whenever you guys need. So I'm going to try to upload this to YouTube and put a link in here so that you can share it with your teams if you want to, because I would love to get this mentality in everyone of we can all sit together. Love you guys. Happy Sunday.